Section 3, Moral Prescriptions, Al-Adab, Al-Khalaqiyya. Chapter 1, Al-Birra wa Taqwa, Piety, is preceded by, within the design, a couple people shaking hands in a way in which they grab the thumb of the other person's right hand, which is an odd way to shake hands, right? Laysal berru an tuwalu wujuhakum qibal al-mashriqi wal-maghribi walakinnal berra man amanna billahi wal yawmil akhir wal malaikati wal kitabi wa nabiyina wa atal malla ala hubbihi will Arba wal yatama wal masakina wabna sabila wasa'ilina wa fi raqabe wa aqama salata wa ata zakata wa mufuna bi ahdihim idha hadu wa sabirina fil basa'i wa dara'i wa hinal base ulaika ladhina sadaku wa ulaika humul muttaqun inna ladhina amanu wa ladhina haddu wa nasaru wa sab'ina man amanna billahi wal yawmil akhir wa amilla salihan. Surah 2, Ayat 177. Piety does not consist in turning your faces towards the east and the west. It consists in believing in God, in the last day, and the angels, the scriptures, the prophets, in giving of one's wealth, however great the store set by it, to kindred, to orphans, and the poor, and the wayfarer, and beggars, to help liberate slaves, to celebrate the service, to pay alms, to meet one's engagements when they have been entered into, and to endure misery, illness, and war. These are staunch in their faith. These are those who fear God. Did we use the word taqwa? So is it having regard for God? Yeah. Surah 2, Ayat 62. Those among the believers, the Jews, the Christians, and the Sabians, believe in God on the last day and practice virtue. And they put the note holy with the war, and everything's a sacred duty. Islam doesn't have, in its primary sources, any term for holy war. And the word for Jew and Christian goes beyond that. The Sabians can both refer to the Zoroastrians, or the people of Haran that weren't Zoroastrians, or it could refer to the people who go back and forth trying to find the truth. So not the people that are New Agers in the way of, making up their own path, as the people who are authentically going here and there and seeking the truth within these different paths, which would be what I would be if it wasn't for knowing about Islam. Falahum ajruhum inda rabbihim wala khawfun alayhim wallahum yahzanun wa man azlamu mimman mana'a masajidallahi an yudhkara fiha asmuhu wasa'a fil harabeha ulaika makana lahum an yadkuluha illa qa'ithina lahum fi dunya hizun walahum fil akhirati adhabun azim innamal mu'minuna ladhina idza dhukira lahu wajilat qulubuhum wa idza tuliyat alayhim ayatuhu zadathum imanan wa Allah rabbihim yatawakkalun, will receive the reward by their Lord. They will know neither fears nor sadness. Surah 2, 814. Who are more unjust than they who prohibit God's name from being invoked in God's mosques and who strive to destroy them, whereas it is not for such to enter them except in fear, shame upon them in this world, and terrible punishment in the next. Surah 8, Ayat 2. The real believers are those whose hearts are seized with fear, whose faith increases when God is invoked, or when the verses of the book are recited before them. They it is who rely upon their Lord. Qad aflaha man tazakka wa dhakara isma rabbih fasalla bal tuthiruna al-hayata dunya wal akhiratu khairun wa amqa inna hadha lafi suhufa ula suhufa Ibrahima wa Musa. That's one of those chapters. It's really good to say, well, I mean, there's more to the chapter than that. You know, following the Friday sermon or preceding the holiday sermon. Wala ta'qulanna l'shayin inni fa'ilun dhalika qada ila an yashallahu wadhkur rabbakum idha nasita wa qul asa an yatiyani rabbi le aqraba min hadha rashada. Surah 87, verses 14 to 19. Happy is he who remains pure, who invokes the name of his Lord and celebrates the service. But you prefer the life of this world, while life hereafter is better and more lasting. Verily, as is mentioned in the books of yore, the books of Abraham and Moses, and literally leaves are scrolls, and it's said the word for books. Remember that Islam teaches belief in what was revealed to all the prophets, not necessarily what people write as the book of Moses and the book of Krishna and all that other stuff, but they believe in the actual revelation to all God's prophets, whether we know the names or not. Surah 18, Ayat 23, 24. Never say of anything, I shall do that tomorrow, without adding, if God please. Invoke thy Lord if thou hast forgotten, and say, perhaps my Lord will lead me to do a more reasonable thing.